Hey everybody, welcome to Backstage Access. Watashi wa Satoshi desu. In a few minutes, I'm gonna go in and see the movie Clown in a Cornfield. This one is based off of the book by Adam Sassari. It got published in 2020. It's a horror slasher film. Those of you that know me, I love my horror movies. So let's see how this one is. It's gonna be something that's gonna. All right, everybody, movie is done. Let's head on out and get started with the review of Clown in the Cornfield. As you can tell, nothing to leave this theater. Let's get started with our review. First, down the stairs. Oh, no, almost fell right there. All right, all yours, thanks. All right, so Clown in the Cornfield. Definitely one to check out. Hold on one sec, folks. All right, so you can tell I enjoyed this one right here. It wasn't as gory or pretty much as bloody as I thought it would be, considering it's a horror movie. It's more like a soft horror, or yeah, soft horror, just very subtle horror compared to, like, let's say Terrifier, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Chucky. This one had a few kills, nothing memorable, which I mean I would love. There's always kills that you remember in every movie, the ones that stand out. This one, not that much right there. So that's the downside to this one. They should have done more kills that were like, oh yeah, I'm gonna remember that one. Kusa, yes. But this one didn't really have that much, so that's gonna affect the score overall. Story-wise, since it was based off of the book, I've never read the book, so honestly, I don't know how the book is, except that, as with everything else, every other movie, so much small details get left out, or it's left to the imagination of the viewer themselves to try to put together pieces of what happened. I wish they would have actually mentioned more for the history itself of the clowns, even though there is little lines here and there, kind of link up the pieces together. However, it's still small pieces of the puzzle are still missing on that one right there. So hopefully, in maybe with some deleted scenes or something when it comes out on digital, it can explain more what's going on. Or I think one likely I'll probably do some more research on the book itself and try to piece together the puzzles on the history of the actual what's taking place in the movie itself. So visually, good right there. I mean, I liked it. It was simple to the point. Not that many areas they explored. However, they kept it downright to where you need to focus on the actual movie itself, the horror elements. So that was cool right there. Overall, I'm gonna give this one a 8.5 out of 10. Uh, you know, that's the things that I expected more out of it, of course. So it would have gotten more, however, because it's a transfer of a book. So again, horror. I have high standards for horror. Some of you have recalled from my other videos, The Terrifier, Nightmare on Elm Street, Halloween. Those always get a higher rating. And I think, what was it? What was the last one? The one, damn, I can't remember right now what it was. Watch it come to me suddenly, where it's gonna be like, I remember Companion. That's one that was horror. That one surprised me right there. So like I want something like that. That you walk in, you're okay, a little bit iffy on what's gonna go on, and by the end you are hooked on it. That's what I wanted with this one right here. So all in all, folks, this one, just wait for it on streaming service when it comes out. This is something that's at home at your own leisure. Sit down, blankets, coffee, hot chocolate, snacks. Enjoy this one here. As for theater experience, if you have the time, go ahead and watch it. But I mean, this is definitely one for at home right there watching. All right, folks. So, uh, one last thing I can say is, if you ever see a clown with a chainsaw, the clown is your friend. So keep that in mind, okay? All right, folks. So from Backstage Access, this is Satoshi. Jikai Made.